Whoa, whoa, whoa. Wait up, nerds. If you're having as much fun as we're having,
Oh, yeah, we're having fun.
then please give us a like, follow us, tell your friends, follow us on Twitter at Nerdbuzzed, follow us on Facebook, leave us a comment, share a story with us, something you want us to talk about, fuel the nerd fire. And,
Yes.
as always, you can go to nerdbuzzed.com.
Hey, you know they can find us on nerdbuzzed.com, man. But you know what we need?
What do we need?
We need some beer.
Of course. On with the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Nerdbuzzed!
Nerdbuzzed doesn't condone the consumption of alcohol by any persons under the age of 21. Please drink responsibly.
Welcome to Nerdbuzzed, episode 64, the podcast where we talk about all the nerdy stuff that we care about and drink a cool frosty beer while we're doing it. On this episode of Nerdbuzzed, we review Day of the Tentacle, PS4's new update, DC movies, and Japan has redefined the Olympic ambassador. But first, the most important part, we go over to Jay for my favorite part of the show.
The beer?
Yes, the beer. Every
Love the
time
beer.
it's the beer.
I'll never remember. So, we're kicking off our Rogue month.
Yep, got some swag.
Yeah. Bing! Yes. So, today we're doing the Cold Brew IPA, which is a IPA
Yes.
with Stumptown Cold Brew added in. And their notes here for it, I have Stumptown Coffee Roasters brewed coffee is blended with an IPA made using Rogue Farm hops for a unique interplay of hops and coffee flavors, opening with a huge hit of rich coffee aroma that is balanced by a not-so-subtle hot punch. The transition is seamless from one flavor to the next. So,
Seamless, but not so subtle.
yes. So, what do you think about it?
I am so in love with the smell of this beer.
I know, it's incredibly strong with that coffee. And the hops are just as prevalent, too.
Yeah, it smells amazing.
It smells like somebody accidentally spilled a coffee into their IPA.
Yes, it does. It totally does. I love
But
smelling
it has it really has a sweet smell to it, too.
Yeah, I
though.
was gonna say I hope it's not too sweet because it almost tastes. It smells like almost like a coffee candy.
Yeah, it definitely does. It
Yeah.
definitely has that to it.
Yeah, so I was a little when I first noticed that I thought, hope it's not quite as sweet on my tongue and my belly as it is in my nose.
Well, it's 7.5%, so it's going to be pretty
It might be on the sweeter side,
yeah.
a little bit.
Could
Well, there's only one way to find out.
But it says 82 IBUs, so it should be pretty bitter still.
Yeah, which I'm cool with. Balance the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, to all the nerds,
Through all the fuss,
bottoms up.
let's get nerd buzzed.
Cheers.
Wow.
So, you get that coffee right away.
Yeah, you do.
The hops give a nice tart, tangy zing, settles right in. Then it goes straight back to that coffee.
Yeah, it does.
That coffee just settles in and finishes out really well.
Yeah. Boy, I'm not exactly sure what to think of this. I'm a little surprised.
It's more like drinking a coffee with a IPA and then coffee.
Yeah, it's almost more coffee than it is the IPA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking a little more IPA in there, but I don't know. It's interesting. I kind of like it.
Well, finish is actually fairly clean.
Yeah, no, it doesn't really leave anything on your tongue. I think.
The coffee flavor, but
Yeah, yeah. But I've had coffee that does not leave your tongue as clean as this does.
no.
So,
Yeah.
and I've also had IPA that doesn't leave your tongue as clean as this does.
Yes.
So I think it's actually balanced really well. It's just different. I don't think I've ever really tasted an IPA that has so much of a coffee flavor.
There's
I've had
a,
some with hints, but
There's a Georgetown brew, and I can't think of the name of it, that I had the other day. And it's a pale ale that's got coffee in it.
is it super coffee?
And it's a real coffee, strong coffee flavor, and I don't know how to explain it, but I was pleasantly surprised, and I actually like this better. But the coffee flavor through the other one is consistent. You don't get that transition in and out.
Yeah, no, I kind of like the way it shocks you.
Yeah.
It reminds you, it hits you with that coffee and then punches you in the face. It reminds you it's a beer, but then settles back into coffee. Yeah, it does it really well.
And it is not overly sweet.
No, it's really not too sweet at all. I was really kind of expecting that. I wonder if that'll if we'll get any more of that, or if that'll show up as it warms up a little bit.
Maybe.
Might
a little bit, but I don't know. Don't think this one's gonna get too warm on me.
No, me either. I really like it. All right, so it'll probably just get better like they usually do.
Yeah.
So right into Day of the Tentacle. We get to review it this week. Played it for 2 weeks. God. I have a confession to make.
All right.
Up front. I beat it, but I beat it with some help. I had to use a walkthrough to help me through this game.
Okay, how far did you get before you... What did you accomplish before you needed the walkthrough?
What was it? It was something with the girl. And, well, before that, I looked up something with the rock guy, and it was... I can't remember what exactly the item was, but I had to give it... Bernard had to give it to... Hoagie, right? And so I couldn't figure out what was going on. I kept trying to give that
well, she needs the can opener for the...
Yeah, and that was one I didn't know. I didn't know that one. And then once I cheated on a few, I started getting them more.
Yeah, it looks like a can.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. I know what you're getting.
Well, and really, so it's the second part to Maniac Mansion, right? Pretty much Maniac Mansion 2. It's made by Double Fine, which I'm a huge fan of Double Fine games.
Yeah.
I think they're great. The one that we did, Broken Age, that's Double Fine. Grim Fandango's Double Fine. We've had a lot of nerd plays that were Double Fine. Another one I'm a huge fan of, Costume Quest. That series is Double Fine, and they kind of make goofy games with really elaborate characters. You know, I guess Broken Age wasn't quite as goofy, but it had some really goofy characters.
Yeah.
It kind of had a little bit of a serious undertone to it.
Yeah, it was much more serious, but it was goofy world.
Yeah, and the characters are all really exaggerated, right? That's how all their games are. So I'm a big fan of them. But it's point-and-click adventure.
Yeah.
And I love the characters in this one. I thought they were totally my favorite part.
I don't know. She's so weird.
Oh my God. I really kind of liked her by the end. I thought she was pretty good. Yeah. She grew on me.
The whole talking to that one blue tentacle that was that signs him up for the pageant or the show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and she's like, I'm kind of hot where I'm from. It's like, no, you're not.
Yeah.
And then she puts on the tentacle costume and it's totally.
And then she's the hot tentacle.
Yeah.
And I think as far as like having to use the walkthrough, I think it was actually a little bit of a credit to the game, because I didn't think the game was really easy by any means.
No.
I thought it was way tougher than Grim Fandango or Broken Age.
Yeah.
As far as the puzzles went, right? Like you really had to do a lot of swapping of stuff from one character to the other and in the right order, and then like that really started to just kind of overwhelm me a little bit.
I got to, I don't know where, how far did I get? I got to, I got about 3 full steps of swapping with each character.
Yeah.
To where I was like, I don't know what to do next.
Yeah. It was kind of, I mean, it was nice that it was ambiguous the way it was, because it didn't just kind of cater to you too much. But I also liked the way that it had some cool elements to it that helped with that. Like you could push the up arrow, the up button on the D-pad, and it would highlight everything in the room that you could interact with. So it was like, that was a huge service that the developers gave us. Yeah. They didn't have to include that in there, and that would have been so much more of a headache.
Totally.
Yeah. So I was glad to see that. I don't know. I really came away from it really enjoying it. I was able to enjoy the story a lot more once I started cheating.
I don't know. I kept trying to get that damn gum off the floor, and I couldn't get it off.
Me too. And I kept using the with the boo whatever, the white paint, and it took me forever to figure out that that's what it was. They kept saying that, like, oh, that won't do. There's no use in making that white or whatever. Whenever I tried to use it, but I was like, isn't it like goo gone or something? But I was just interpreting it wrong. It was boo. I don't know. So it's like a ghost or something. I didn't get it. But I kept thinking I could
no,
put
Boo
that
Boo.
on the...
It was liquid paper. It was
Oh, boo-boo, like you messed up. And
Yeah.
now I get it. Oh.
yeah.
Apparently too many beers.
So
or,
the aerodynamics just took it right over.
Yeah. It's too many beers or exercising my Washington rights at the moment. I don't know. Something going on.
Yeah. God.
But I played the whole thing on my Vita.
Oh, nice.
I'm really, really stoked about it because it was a really good game to play on the Vita. You can actually just touch the screen wherever you want people to go, which was kind of nice. I did that a few times. And it's just fun to break out my Vita again. I love it again. I'll hate it again next week, but I love it this week. It was awesome.
Yeah. So what did I get? I got the I don't know. I liked the was it Green Tentacle in the original world? Talking about his band and the
Yeah.
and the turning it up and then kicking the speaker over and
Yes.
knocking the
And you get
vomit
your
off.
get the vomit off there. Yes. Yeah.
I still didn't figure out what to do with that vomit though.
What was the vomit? You used it when you during the little pageant in the future time. You used it to get the one that should have won, the like drag queen that was next to you. You used it to get them kicked off because you made it look like they were sick. So
Gotcha.
that's what it ended up being.
Gotcha.
Which was by the time I was cheating by that point.
Yeah.
I say if you still are interested in it and you don't want to be super frustrated, just cheat. It was free.
And I couldn't figure out how to get the damn lighter away from the salesman either.
Oh yeah. You have to do the quick swap.
Quick swap.
Quick swap with the other gun. One of the guys in the room upstairs has the gun that he like tries to shoot himself in the head and the flag comes out.
How do you get that gun?
You have to there's a letter somewhere that it's like this approval letter that you get from one of the other times, I think.
Oh,
and when you give that to him, when you give the letter to him, he thinks it's to him, and it's like approval for some invention he did, so he gets all excited and races out of the room, and then you go steal that gun and you swap them.
I was trying to send the gerbil through the wall and everything else.
Yeah, did you ever figure out what to do with the gerbil?
No.
Like it got so complicated. Okay, because this is all what I totally cheated was before all that stuff. I was like, because I was in the same boat. I was like, I kept putting him in the machine to run the wheel, and like I don't get to do what to do with it. You have to put him in the cooler, the ice cooler in the hallway, right?
Oh.
And then close the door, and then go to the future time, so that by that time he's like cryogenically frozen in they never changed the ice apparently over 400 years,
which the comment that they made.
Yeah, so when you do that, then the chick,
that's kind of gross.
yeah, the chick she reaches in and pulls him out, and then you use him later on.
Okay. To power the generator in the future.
Yes.
So that you can use your...
There's a lot of little things you had to do that were like that. That's when it started hanging me up. I was like, okay, I know that this wine has to be turned into vinegar.
Yep.
How do I get it to do that? And I think that's when I started being like, all right, and I did all these things, and it didn't occur to me to actually use the time jumping to get all that stuff to start happening.
So speaking of the time jumping, I got one thing to rib you about. How many times did it take you going back and forth to the toilet before you figured out you could just do it directly from your inventory?
Boy, I want to say I did it like 5 times.
Really?
I walked all the way out of the house and all the way back, and then one time I just tried it, and it worked. And I was like, this whole time. So I bet I have a half hour in that game of pure walking back and forth.
I did it one time.
Yeah,
the very first transfer after of course the first one that they, you can flash it to them, or the cutscene flashes to them.
Yeah.
But I did it one time, and then was like, dude, this is ridiculous. There's got to be an easier way.
Yeah.
And I just drug it across the screen to his the character, and it's like right to him, like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to move either of them.
It's funny.
No, I didn't do that. I was that guy. Yeah, again, that guy. But I really
different
think,
reason this time too.
Yeah, it's always a new. I try to be creative that way. I try to be that guy as many ways as I can. That's also what makes me that guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's kind of that guy.
Yeah. So I really think that
kind of like the guy in the. Oh, never mind. We'll get to it.
Okay. I think today. So if you're hearing this, it's probably too late already. Maybe if you get there early enough, you can still download it for free for your PS Plus. But. Yeah. I think it's totally worth getting. I really enjoyed playing through it. The story, I think, and the characters are the highlight of it. So I don't feel guilty for cheating at all because it really allows you to stay engaged in all that. And I think if you cheat, you could beat it in like 3 hours. Like, it wouldn't take you
really?
like not even that long probably, because you can just bam the story out, right?
I've probably got 5 or 6 hours in it.
Yeah, I think that's what I ended up. My total was right about that, 6 something, or right about 6.
Yeah.
And that was with me cheating towards the end of it. I played a good 3.5 hours into it, something like that, 4 hours before I started cheating, and then the last couple I just was like, screw it, I just want to get through the story.
Nice.
But I'm glad I did. I thought it was really good.
How about George Washington? What an a-hole.
Yes,
I loved him.
Yeah. I thought he was pretty funny, and you get him with the exploding cigar.
Yeah.
So
I figured.
you get him. You get some revenge in the end on him.
I figured.
Yeah. So let's slap a score on it. What do you think?
I'm gonna give it a 6.5. I liked it.
Better than okay.
Yeah, it's better. It's better than okay, but not that great.
Okay. It's good-ish.
Yeah,
It's good-ish.
goodish. Yeah, there we go.
I think I'm gonna give it the full-blown 7. I think it's actually good. I really enjoyed it. Again, just for pure characters and story. And I wonder if maybe you would have given it a higher score if you would have cheated.
I probably would have.
Right? Yeah. It would have a little less on the frustration.
Yeah. I was pretty frustrated.
Yeah. So.
And what about the damn cat in the freaking fence?
Oh yeah. You know, that's where you use the whiteout. You put the whiteout on the fence and it comes under it, and then he turns into
total skunk thing. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So you have to go back and cheat. It's a lot more fun if you cheat. Just do it. So we get to pick a new game.
Okay.
New Nerd Play. Every month, PlayStation, we get a handful of free games.
Yep.
We pick one. We play it for a couple weeks. We get to pick a new one. We get Little Big Planet 3, Not a Hero, Ninja Senki DX, Senkai,
yeah.
Senkai DX, Torquil, Starwall, and Anna. So, do I get a pick?
Yeah, you pick.
I'm going to pick the Not a Hero.
Not a hero.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited for it. Again, I can play it on my Vita. It's cross-play on PS4 and Vita, which I should mention the day the Tentacle worked really well. I like to emphasize that if you can, because it's a super sweet perk to be able to just... It's not a Nintendo Switch, but it's Switch-ish, right?
Ish.
Yeah, ish. But the Not a Hero is by Roll7. They also did Ollie Ollie, and it's very 8-bit side-scroller
I never did Ollie
action game.
I know nothing about Ollie Ollie.
Ollie Ollie.
I don't want to say Oxenfree.
Yeah, right. It's a side-scroller 8-bit like skate or die game.
Nice.
And I want to be in love with the game and have so much fun with it, but the buttons are really kind of tricky to roll together all your combos, because you have to keep doing tricks, and if you mess up, it kind of messes up your run, right? So I don't know. It's not my favorite, but it has so many qualities I want to enjoy about it.
Just make twist the whole time.
Yeah, just the whole time, and then do some manuals across everything. Yeah, like the later Tony Hawk's, the total cheater move.
Yep.
But so this one's like super action here. The trailer shows all these sweet little 8-bit action guys that like jump through commando style through windows, and you have to like clear out a bunch of dudes in a building. So with all sorts of different guns, kind of almost like what was it, Broforce?
Oh, okay.
Not quite Broforce, almost more of a Die Hard Broforce, because it's in a building. Die Hard 1.
All right.
Okay. So we're gonna play that.
Do you crawl through the vents though?
I don't know. I didn't see that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
Yeah, there might be some ducting up above you can do that in, right? Yeah. So we're gonna play Not a Hero. Play with us. Let us know what you think. And so on to some nerdy stuff. We got to mention some nerdy stuff we did.
Yeah. And what I was gonna bring up.
Tuesday.
Yeah. Laser Quest.
Laser Quest was so much fun.
Oh my god. Why did we not play this?
Right? I kept thinking that too. I was like,
we're always, every time
we
we get to the lasers, we're like, we need Danger Zone.
Yes.
Get the lasers.
Yeah. And we found there's a few of them, and I get the feeling there's got to be more. We just need to hunt them down. And that one was so obvious with a name like Laser Quest. What the hell was wrong with us?
Yeah. For you especially, Laser Quest.
Oh, thanks for putting that on me. Yeah. The name alone, but it should have said we get to fly lasers and blow stuff up. So,
well, you're supposed to race.
Well,
and then it says weapons activated. And it's like the race went out the window, except for you and Walter.
I thought it was so funny the instant it said weapons activated, and as I was reading it, Walter's like, weapons activated. As soon as that happened, man, dropped my landing gear, pulled up, slammed my brakes, and just let everybody fly by. Total Top Gun. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Then just dropped it down, man, and just rocket. That was my favorite. And then there's no catching you. After that, you have to ignore the checkpoints and hunt that guy down just to slow him down.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so fun. I'm totally looking forward to tomorrow, so we can.
Which I totally went
laser
on
it
a
out
hunt
again.
for you, and Kojak kept spawning right near me and taking me out before I could get you. And I'm like, ah! Would you stop it? I have a mission.
Yeah.
And then you totally turned on Kojak.
Well, I had to. He kept talking smack, and then he got me one time, and it was just like made his evening.
It did.
It did.
He
One time to my like
he
50
owned you.
times.
You had me. You never had me.
Yeah, I was like, what? I was like, the KD rate is so off. He didn't care. He was so happy. I'm glad.
Well, to be fair, you didn't take him down from the time that he said he was coming after you to when he got you.
I don't know if I did.
No, you didn't, because you were trying to run the checkpoints at that point in time.
Oh, yeah, probably. Yeah.
So,
Somebody had to finish that damn race. Just play Laser Quest all night and never finish the race. Just kill rates the whole time.
yeah. Oh, shit. I do totally make it like a 10-lap race.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, God, that takes so long.
Yes, it would.
I think I only completed 2 laps out of the 4.
Well, I ended up winning that one.
I know, but I'm saying I think out of that one, I only completed 2 laps out of the 4.
Yeah. Well, and it's more fun to shoot people down anyway. I had some really sweet videos of it, and I tried to post them, but for some reason it wouldn't connect. I don't know if it's because we cursed a few times or what, if it recognizes that. I couldn't figure it out. But it wouldn't do it. I was a little bummed because I
Well,
was
there's
having
probably
loads of
more
fun.
than a few times cursing.
There was several times.
Yeah.
And I didn't care, and I was going to try to do it, but it wouldn't let us. So something else nerdy that I did was I got to make a sweet soundtrack for a video for my day job, and I got to use my PlayStation 2 to do a sound mix.
Hello. What do you think our intro is?
Yeah, that's PlayStation 1. That's even more
that's
classic.
even more
yeah,
classic,
because I have such a weird collection of games that I own the MTV Music Maker for PlayStation 1, and then I own the Magic Studio Music Maker for PlayStation 2.
Nice.
So, and I would have done it with my PlayStation 1, but I don't have a memory card. I'm lacking. That's the one thing I need in my nerd collection.
Well, then I will add an extra one because I'm ordering one for my PlayStation 2 so I can save my PlayStation 1 games.
Oh, awesome.
So I'll just get you another one.
I know. The other day when I was like a month ago, I went to play a PlayStation 1 game. I was like, what the hell? Why can't I save? It's got a memory card in there. And then it totally took me a minute. I was like, oh, it's their different cards. They look the same, but they're different cards.
I had a little, those little flip-top tackle box plastic clear cases.
Mm-hmm.
I had 4 memory cards for PlayStation 1 and 2 for PlayStation 2. And then I had in my Armored Core 3 book, I had one in there just for my Armored Core games. And then I can't remember what other game it was that I had a PlayStation 2.
Because you played that much Armored Core.
Yeah. And I think it was Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec that I had another memory card set for.
Yeah.
Because I had all my garages and saved videos and stuff in it. But, so that was 4 cards each.
Yeah.
And I can't find any of them.
Weird.
I
I
can find one of my PlayStation 2 cards.
Oh.
So
I have 2 PlayStation 2s, but only one.
But it's
or
like,
no PS1s.
it's my random PlayStation 2 card that has like a few of my saves from this and a few of my saves from that and a few, it wasn't like my specialized. This is all my one. So I've got one of my Armored Core saves that's not my ideal one.
Oh, now you have to start over.
I know. Oh well.
So also nerdy that I did was, which I got right here. I read first up
The final?
Luke Cage number 4, and I have to say, number 1's where it's at. It really is. I think. I mean, if you enjoyed number 1, you can read it. You can read the rest, and you'll probably be entertained. This one was better. I think it had some more of that like jive talking, just kind of that classic stuff that the first one had, and it ends with some more superheroes. But that first one was just where it's at.
Yeah. Well,
I would give that first comic. I really think I'd give it like an 8. Like, I loved it. I thought it was done so well, and I think the rest of the series just peters out kind of like in a 5. It's too bad.
It's not too bad.
It's
okay.
just okay. Like, it's fine, but only because of that first one.
Oh, okay.
If that first one wouldn't have been there to kind of help carry the set, then I don't know if it would have been worth it.
Yeah,
but
the only comics I've read is I downloaded the Old Man Logan
oh, nice.
online and
I've been wanting to read those.
I have not been able to find it. Well, reasonably acceptably priced anywhere. So
Yeah. No, not big surprise.
Yeah.
Every time any movie has come out that I've wanted to like bone up on whatever, and I try to find it, that the collection book will instantly go from like $9.99 to sometimes like $30.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other comic I read right here, Thundercats #4. This one's just great. Just get them all. I love this set. I think it's so cool. There's so many classic, just cartoon cliche things that you loved from when you were a kid in it.
Yeah.
It just makes it so good. This one, Lion-O and He-Man duke it out. It's pretty sweet. Yeah. There's totally kind of like there's like a He-Man Lazarus Pit kind of revival type thing in it. Because He-Man actually, spoiler alert, but He-Man actually dies. And so he gets brought back, very Batman-esque.
I assumed
right?
so when you said Lazarus Pit. So.
And so when he comes out, he's got that kind of Lazarus Pit just rage. And so Lion-O and him have this total showdown where Lion-O's like, I don't want to fight you, I'm a friend, but I will if I have to. And
so
they do it.
Does he get the Sword of Power back from Skeletor then?
Yep, they end up getting that back. Lion-O unleashes more of the Eye of Thundera energy than he's ever done before, and he like He-Man's up, and they have this total duel. It's such a good comic, man. It really is so good. Really from that like that Prince Adam just like sword thrusted in him, calling out the Sword of Power and turning into He-Man with this like blood trail and lightning. It just kind of has kept that awesome pace through the whole thing. I'm really stoked.
Nice.
The Lion-O even like jabs him in the side and tweaks his sword in the side of He-Man, and blood and gut. It's pretty good.
I've only read the first one.
Yeah.
I'm definitely have to read the other ones.
I think that the pacing is still got its whatever issues. It doesn't matter. What's going on is so cool. I'm really pretty stoked with it. It's super cheesy, but I love it.
Nice.
Yeah. And they keep giving me all these like digital offers. And so I just wanted to. I was curious about. You actually downloaded the comic anyway.
Yes, I did.
So, but again, probably because you couldn't find it anywhere.
Exactly, and I've done the same with what do you call it? The Titans, Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
I did that, and
Bless you.
Wow. So I did that with Attack on Titan, and then I also did it with Yomichi Pedal, which is just a stupid sports anime.
Yeah.
But like I said, those cheesy, whatever high school drama ones can sometimes just suck me in.
Yeah.
And I have to have closure, which they never give me.
No anime does. That's like the anime trick, is to not give you closure until the production company says, all right, this is your last season.
Yeah.
Right? Then they got to wrap it up and give you that closure. But they always tease you with it.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. They never do. It's always next time on. I know, I got to see it.
Yeah.
Got to get off work early. Sorry, Don.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, and my last thing that I did was I totally watched Jean-Claude Van Johnson again with my dad.
I introduced some friends to that just a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
It's so good, man.
They were skeptical as I was describing it to them, and still not wanting to accept it from the very beginning. And then they got to the coconut water scene,
which is like the first scene. Right?
I know,
yeah.
but I mean, it was like as soon as they started like getting into like explaining the coconut water, like, is this serious?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is serious.
Yeah, I love.
And then
then
it got to they finally got to the office where she's like, I'm not here for acting, and then it's like,
yeah,
the windows and all that close and go dark, and
it rides the line of just so horribly, terribly bad, but still like done so well that it's just like it is in that zone, man. It's like it is so perfectly riding that line. I love it for that so much. And there's so many. This time I even noticed all these little extra nods to all these other Van Damme classic movies that are in there. You totally have your like your Hard Target when he's got that really just nasty brushed back mullet.
Oh yeah.
And that's totally Hard Target hair. When he meets the guy in the when he's doing that first break-in, and he's like whoever it is, Jose or whatever they call him. Mm-hmm. When he meets the other Jose who is him, that's totally like Double Impact, right? Like there's like all these other little moments in there that are that. They're all in his other movies. When he punches the guy in the balls, Lionheart, like it's all in there, right? It's all in that one episode. I'm scared that the show's gonna go downhill.
I am the master of the splits.
Yeah, and I love even when he does it the first time that they show his little bloop off the ground with his feet, right? Just this little ankle jump. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So totally worth watching. Check it out. I've seen it 4 times now, and I
Holy
still
crap.
laughed so hard. It's so good.
I've only seen it 3 times.
Oh yeah, so holy crap, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
Just ridiculous. One more.
Yeah, that is actually.
So I'll probably watch it again. So it's not gonna stop.
Well, it depends on how long before we get the next one.
I think they're gonna go downhill. They threw so many sweet Easter eggs in this one episode, I think, to sell it.
Oh, jeez, he was really prolific, though. I mean, how much did he have going?
That's true. I mean, there's all sorts of things to tap into. There wasn't a Street Fighter yet.
No, and he can still tap into all of his existing ones again with other things.
Yes, that's very true. So, I'm excited. I'm very excited about it. It's really good. Go check it out.
And how many other movies that are from the era that he could totally go Expendables type thing on and just rip off, even if he wasn't in them?
Yeah. Just his genre in general, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe you'll get some cameos. That would be sweet.
Oh, that would be.
So we'll have to see. So there are a few things next week that I think are worth mentioning. There's a new game for PS4, Nioh, which is made by the Ninja team, made the Ninja games.
Oh, okay.
The revamped ones. That's an action game, PS4 exclusive. They're comparing it a lot to Dark Souls.
Oh, okay.
So more action-y, though, I guess. So it might be kind of cool. I don't know. And again, though, it's like this weird white guy, blonde samurai. I don't understand what the trend with that is. I keep seeing that preview for the Wall movie. And it's the same kind of thing, right? With Matt Damon.
Oh, yeah.
As the new samurai, whatever, right? It's just weird. And also this, on the 8th of this week, Wednesday, 10 p.m. on FX, you can watch Legion. So I'm gonna do my damnedest to check that out. It's looking pretty cool. And also this weekend we get the Lego Batman movie,
which I finally saw the previews for, and dude, they rip every.
That's what I've heard about it.
Of Batman in the preview.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
I've heard the movie does not quit with that at all. That's why I kind of did my little Batman DC tribute up here. But I think I'm going to try to go see it with my nephews. I'm going to see if I can. I think they'll enjoy it. So I'm going to try to check that out this weekend. And also John Wick 2, Chapter 2 also comes out on Friday. So I just watched that again.
Nice.
And I like it. It's very Keanu Reeves, cheesy, terrible. But it's fun. It's got some really good gunplay. He's so good at like shooting a guy twice to like kind of cripple him to the ground. And then he comes up and wraps him up and just plunks him in the head. And everybody he does that to. It's pretty awesome. I'm a big fan of the like shoot his knees so he falls to the knees and then do this like little flippy kick while he shoots a couple other guys and he ends on that one guy and just kind of looks away and goes plunk right through his head. It's pretty sweet.
I'm not gonna lie, that's how I play Gran Turismo.
Yeah, you probably like
Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, right.
I totally wound the guy, knock him down, and then zoom in on his head.
Oh, my favorite thing is whenever there's a guy like hiding behind a wall and you can just see like his toe sticking out. Totally sight in on his toe and just go plunk and he'll like and fall forward and then just unload rounds at him.
Yeah.
Favorite thing.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So on to PlayStation update.
Yes. The update for the update.
It is the update for the update because the update isn't officially out yet, but we have a big update on it.
Yeah.
And that is, I think the biggest thing. You can do some other stuff in it. You can do custom wallpapers, which looks kind of cool. You can actually do like in-game screenshots and add some different effects so that it won't make it too hard to read any of the icons on the menu and like it looks kind of cool. Okay. And there's some new like share features that'll come out. It almost seems like they're trying to do their own like Facebook or Twitter stream or something with the PlayStation, so it's going to share videos and that kind of thing easier. And you can do 3D movie support for your PSVR now, which is kind of cool if you have that. But the biggest news is they have external hard drive support now.
Yeah, and you were saying, what was it, 8 terabits?
I think that's what it'll hold up to, yes. I think that's where you get capped at.
I don't think I'll delete nearly as many games to download.
And so I think you can actually save games to it, right, if you download a game. I'm pretty sure the only thing it won't do is save files.
Or the external. So the save files have to be on. That's not
they have to be on the actual system hard drive, but whatever, right?
Yeah.
They're not very big usually. But I thought that was pretty sweet. I'm hoping updates will also be able to save to it, like your actual game plus like GTA has got like 13 gigs of updates or something. So that'd be sweet to get that off of my system and stick that on there. And they said you shouldn't notice any performance issues as far as like loading and all that sort of stuff, as long as it's got the 3.0 USB.
Oh, okay.
So there's people doing it right now in beta, and from what I've heard, it's working great, and it's going to be available to the public soon, this year. I don't know what time.
Nice.
So, but that should be, I wouldn't think too far away if it's already out in beta. So something that I've kind of had on our list for the past few episodes, and we haven't really had a chance to touch on it because it just more keeps coming up about it, but I figured we should probably talk about some DC movies.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And the last one on your list is the one I really want to talk about the most.
The Green Lantern?
Yeah.
All right.
Because he said no green suit.
Yes. Well, and okay, so they're talking about the Green Lantern Corps, the DC movie, supposed to be scheduled for 2020 sometime. And as far as casting Hal Jordan, they have this short list of characters that the studio would like to have, right?
Yeah.
This is them shooting out there for the stars, right?
Yep.
And so on their short list is Bradley Cooper, which apparently he auditioned for the first Green Lantern movie.
Oh, okay.
And in some interview, he's like, yeah, I was really glad I didn't get that part, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, and another one was, what was his name? Jake Gyllenhaal. He was another one who I guess has expressed a lot of interest in being in a superhero movie. So, which he was Prince of Persia, right?
That's true.
I guess that was his action thing.
Yeah, that's true. I liked him in that, too.
He also did that, I guess it's not really an action movie, but it's that one where everything froze. Wasn't that him? It was like when the catastrophe movies were all big.
I avoid catastrophe movies, man.
It's like, I remember it was the one where everything froze. Deep freeze, or I can't remember.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure that was him in there. But then, of course, the other one that's...
If it isn't Dante's Peak, I really didn't follow the catastrophe movies.
Yeah. I'm not really this super huge Jake Gyllenhaal fan either, except for Donnie Darko. Big Donnie Darko fan.
I haven't seen Donnie Darko.
What?
I have not seen Donnie Darko.
What? Donnie Darko's great. It's this weird, just trippy, time travel, goofy, weird movie.
Everybody has that same response every single time.
Have you seen what's his name? The Kushner movie, The Butterfly Effect. Have you seen that one?
Yeah, I've seen that.
So you know how that one's like okay.
Yeah.
This is, I think, what inspired that movie. It's kind of like the original. It's got those same kind of weird kind of ideas in it.
Okay.
And I think it came first, if I remember right. I don't know. I really liked it. It's pretty good. It's worth checking out. And the music in it is awesome. It's like this weird, trippy, kind of artsy film with great music.
Nice.
So have to check it out. I'd watch it with you.
All right.
I own it.
I bet you got it. Yeah,
I do own it. Yeah. So also on the list, though.
Yes.
The one name that is pretty hilarious and absurd that I seriously doubt they will get is Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
To reprise his role as Hal Jordan. If they do, they have to connect it to that other movie, right? You can't just ignore that.
No, I think they can.
They're just going to forget that happened. They'll let him you can just keep acknowledging that in the continual Deadpool movies.
Yes.
Yeah. They'll never get him. There's no way he would do that again. No.
Nope. Just don't make the super suit green.
Yeah. The other thing...
Although, that said, actually kind of liked that movie.
I don't think it's as bad as people think it is.
It's not true to the...
I think that, like... what is it? The Batman Forever, or the Batman... I think those are worse than the Green Lantern was.
And I'm sorry, his original Deadpool was way worse.
Oh, yeah. In the X-Men movie.
Yes. Yeah. So, the freaking katanas coming out his hands, and...
Man, it's good. It's almost like refreshing.
I know.
It's weird.
Nobody says coffee's refreshing.
No, it's so weird. It's like an iced coffee, though, which I usually think of as a little bit more refreshing, right?
Yeah, well, it's cold brew, too, so...
Yeah. No, I'm really liking this.
Yeah.
I wish we had more.
Well, we do. We have about half a glass more. Well, nice. A third of a glass more.
Nice. So the other thing they keep saying about the Green Lantern movie is that it's going to have Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart, right? So white guy, black guy.
Yep.
And the action movie. So right away, what does it make you think of?
White guy, black guy, action movie? Matrix?
Matrix? Okay, I give that to you. I go give that to you also. Lethal Weapon.
Oh, yeah.
They keep saying it's going to be the DCEU equivalent to Lethal Weapon.
Gotcha.
So, which I think puts a heavy emphasis on comedy. So I think the positive thing about that is maybe they're going to take a little lighter tone.
To be fair, though, on the Lethal Weapon, it wasn't until the final scene that the black guy got much action.
Yeah. Well,
He was sitting on a toilet,
that's because
and he was complaining about everything that was happening
yeah.
until the end where he had that little snub-nosed pistol, which would never have made that shot. I'm sorry. Would never have made that shot. He's just got that little pop.
Yeah.
And, that's a pretty freaking amazing shot. I mean,
Maybe he's just that good, man. When you save up all your skills for that one moment,
he used all his awesome right then and there.
Yeah. And that for all of it, right? Like that was it. He saved up. That's the last of it. He's way too old. It'd be hilarious if it was Ryan Reynolds and Danny Glover.
Oh god, that would be hilarious.
some like weird time travel thing in there. Jon Stewart's old now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I like the idea of it actually taking a lighter tone though.
Yeah.
I think they really need to get out of their serious zone a little bit. Have a little more fun with their licenses that they have and all their characters that they're adding in. They're always so serious.
Did they not try
and so
that though with
invested.
Suicide Squad?
I mean, I guess it had some more humor and stuff in it, right? They need to again. They're like jump. It's like playing jump rope with what we want. Right?
I think we're gonna see the direction they're going when we see the Wonder Woman.
Yeah, you think it might be kind of the best of both worlds there?
I think it's gonna be the one that's like, this is the direction we're going. This is what we're gonna see. This is what we want to produce for you guys from now on.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm really curious about the Wonder Woman and the Justice League. We get both those this year, so I'm really curious to see what's going to happen with all that. We've had a crap load of Batman news.
Yes.
Constant Ben Affleck back and forth and back and I'm going to direct. I'm not going to direct. Oh wait, I'm going to direct again. Okay, I'm not going to direct now. And now he was going to direct again. Now he's not going to direct, and it's for sure that he's. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, as much as we can say, he's confirmed that he's not going to direct it anymore.
Yeah. Do you ever listen to Fat Man on Batman?
I don't.
Once again, Kevin Smith, like my favorite Hollywood.
Yeah, your man crush, Hollywood man crush. It is. It is. Own it.
No. Okay, but anyway. No, I really appreciate where he comes from and what he's done with his life, and that's why I think we can make this work.
Yeah.
For us, I mean, I really think it's possible.
Yeah.
And that's what he preaches with everything. Is like, I can do it, you can do it too.
Yeah.
Seriously, that's what he says. He says it so many times that I'm kind of sick of hearing it. But I don't know. He's good at saying that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And his Fat Man on Batman, he's talking about he totally understands, even though he's not talked to Ben Affleck, because he can totally see where he's coming from on that and why he would have stepped down, because The Dark Knight was kind of the definitive Batman. You're never gonna achieve that again.
You think so?
Yeah.
You mean for me, it's the Michael Keaton.
Yeah, but he's talking about like the Joker, the Batman, the way it's laid out. It's just, he says everything is there.
Yeah.
Everything you need is true to comics. It's true to what's going on. It's just it's what it's gonna be. You're not gonna achieve that. So his thing is if he steps back from the directing, the way he's viewing it as a director, is if he steps back from the directing role, he's just an actor. He's just doing what he's told to do now. And if it turns out to be a turd,
yeah,
he's not gonna take the full brunt of it. Which you saw the sad Affleck.
Yeah, well, and that was something I wanted to talk about, because I've seen him in a few different interviews, right? And I think it was, I believe it was Jimmy Kimmel, where he actually announced he was going to direct it.
Yep.
And then he took that back.
I think
whatever,
it was Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah.
I think it was Jimmy Kimmel Live. Yeah. But I've seen him in several interviews where I wrote down what the movie was, Live by Night, right? Mm-hmm. Which he wrote, he starred in, it was one of his baby movies that he worked on for years. And he's like in interviews to talk about that movie, and all the people all they want to know is Batman. That's it. All they do is keep, the other guy is sitting there with him that's in the movie with him, and they're supposed to be getting interviewed about that, and all it is Batman stuff, right? And you can see the look on his face where he just kind of wants to reach across to the interview guy and wring his neck, because nobody cares about this movie that he just spent 2 years writing and directing and starring it, like all this stuff. It's this total, passion project that he's made, and nobody cares. They
Which
just
is
want to hear
exactly
Batman.
what Kevin Smith addresses as well.
Yeah.
In that, yeah.
So, I mean, and to see him hold that restraint back and do that, I kind of give him a little bit of respect for that. And you can see where he's really frustrated. And he just wants to be acknowledged for these other things that he's done. And he's an actor and somebody other than just Batman. I'm a little bit afraid that he might get burnt out. I don't know what his contract deal is. Yeah. No, I think he's right there.
Yeah.
He didn't realize the level of just craze people have for Batman.
How can you not, though?
Yeah.
When
I'd originally heard he did it for his son, right? Like his son, they'd be Batman, and so he was Batman.
I did not know. I did not hear that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, I'm sure that he also got offered X amount of dollars at like the studio and all this, but that was
I'm just saying,
incentive for him to be Batman, right?
Yeah.
Like he even went and took the costume from the studio for his son's birthday party and like dressed up as Batman at his kid's birthday party and totally did the whole Batman thing and whatever, right? So I know that for him, that was a big motivator.
Hey kid, happy birthday.
Yeah. He should have made, I don't know, but he should have made his kid look like Robin, right?
Blow him out.
Yeah. His kid better have been Robin. Right?
Absolutely.
Right? Come on. That was a missed opportunity if his kid wasn't Robin. But
You missed one. I thought the Graysons were better than that.
yeah. I don't know. I really kind of like the approach he's taken with it. And I still say he's one. I can't give him my favorite Batman. We all know that's Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
And I love Adam West, but it's such a cheesy, terrible Batman. But still, I have this soft spot for Adam West. But I think right behind him is Ben Affleck. Yeah. I really enjoyed him as Batman. I think he did a really pretty good job.
We should get Josh on for this conversation about the Batman.
Yeah.
Because him and I had a total breakdown of so who's the best Batman and who's the best Bruce Wayne and who's this and that and who's got the best movies and who's got it's like, well, dude, in this situation I'm gonna put it as this and this, but in this situation I gotta go this and this, but if you introduce it into as a whole, then I gotta go this and this, which totally makes this
Batman breakdown.
Yeah, it was. We had like an hour conversation just about who, what, when, where, and how Batman was. Yeah. And we pretty much all came to a conclusion of, George Clooney's was not that great.
No, and I don't like Val Kilmer's either.
I didn't like Val Kilmer's either at all.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of biased because I really don't care for Val Kilmer all that well anyway. So
other than Top Gun. You love to hate him in Top Gun.
Exactly.
Right? And what was the other one? Heat? He's in the movie Heat. I was always a fan of Heat.
I know I've seen it, but I don't remember specifics on that.
Yeah, it's kind of got that older. It's got a little bit of that older movie. I think it's like 3 hours long.
Yeah.
But yeah.
My biggest thing is The Doors, and I'm like, yeah, it's okay. I love The Doors, but I don't like the movie The Doors that well, so whatever. Yeah. Anyway. Although Doc Holliday, I did love Val Kilmer as Doc Holliday, so.
Yeah, I just like that movie.
Yes.
Yeah. So, well, I'm cool. We should dive into some more bat info next time.
Definitely.
Opinions. I'm into that. Which Josh is down to come on.
Yeah, he totally wants to.
Awesome. I'm down to nerd it up.
All right.
Other quick note, DC movies, The Flash got a whole script rewrite. That also happened for Batman, by the way. Now that they're looking for a new director, it's all just the whole original script, which Ben co-wrote.
Yeah.
So like totally invested in this movie again, right? That's been scrapped. They're
going
to rewrite it. It's getting a rewrite.
They scrapped the entire script too?
As far as I know, yeah.
Wow.
So it's like he's just
last I had heard, he was just backed out of directing, and his script was still going to be used, albeit probably edited some, but
yeah, no, it's being let's see, I wrote it down here. He co-wrote the guy that's going to do it is the co-writer of the Batman vs Superman, the second Justice League movie, which he developed the stories with Zack Snyder.
Okay.
And apparently I didn't write his name down here. Oh, by Jeff Johns.
Okay.
So, which doesn't, I think, bode well much for the DC stuff, because I was not a Batman vs Superman fan, and I have little hope for Justice League, but maybe it'll be cool. No. For me, a lot of it is that stupid Flash outfit. I don't like his Power Ranger weird outfit. It just, I'm like a stickler for that, though. I want them to just wear the original suit. Why do you have to change the suit every single superhero movie?
Well,
Why does it need to be tweaked every time?
why have we not seen the Wolverine yet?
I guess.
You
But
know.
he's still in this super shiny red suit with little lightning bolt ears. I mean, it's still ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Just, I don't know. I don't understand what all the little armor plating's about. I was even hanging out with my nephew, and he has all these little, little like Fisher Price superhero set toys. And he has a bunch that are just like the superheroes in their weird, like, this is Disco Spider-Man, or like this is weird whatever. And remember they always do that with toys, right? Like there's all the Ninja Turtles, or it was like Space Donatello and Disco Michelangelo or whatever, right? Never liked those. I never wanted them. They were never my favorite of any sort of toy. I always just wanted the most bare bones one I could get.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't get a whole lot of different toys when I was growing up, so it was like I wanted what was true.
Yeah.
And like I said, I didn't get very much of it, so I was like, do I get good guys or bad guys? And that was pretty much my choice.
Well, what are you gonna do? Like, you're just playing with it. It's like, sweet Leo, you take care of this Foot Clan, and Raph, you take care of them, and Mikey, I guess, just dance. You just dance. Yeah. Swing the disco ball and dance. That's what you do.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I don't know.
At least it was Michelangelo.
Yeah, right. It makes sense. And Dwayne the Rock Johnson is signed up to be Black Adam, and also now in his own solo movie. So they're going to capitalize on the Rock stuff.
Yeah.
So
Well, he's hot right now, so
it's true. He's always hot.
I'm sure you think so.
So the last thing I have on our nerd news is that Japan is breaking the mold on the Olympic ambassadors.
Yes.
So 2020,
Way
Japan
to
is
go,
hosting the
Japan.
Olympics, and their cultural ambassadors, which pretty much breaks down to mascots, right?
Yep.
Is going to be Sailor Moon, Shin-Chan, Astro Boy, Naruto, Captain Luffy D Monkey, and of course, the one Goku. Right? They should just give him. Can he just have all the gold medals? Just wins every event, right? Yeah.
Totally. Unless it's eating. I think him and Monkey D. Luffy would have a pretty good competition on that.
I wasn't even thinking with each other, but yeah, the other ones should be able to contend too. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. I mean, Monkey D. Luffy, Rubber Guy, Stomach Never Ends.
Yeah.
You know.
I guess they're going to be on all the merchandise. As far as when I was looking into it, I think this is the first time that they've really kind of done this sort of thing. So, like, and they said that no Mario or Pokemon, which are two of their like huge, like Japanese titles. But I think that they said the impression I got was that it's because they're kind of more worldwide, and they wanted to stick more with just this is Japan. So I think Dragon Ball Z is on the cusp of that, but of course I'm biased.
Yeah.
Yeah, super biased. The other news about it also is about some DBS news, is that the Universal Survival Saga is going to be simulcasting starting February 5th. So they're actually going to start the big Universal battle.
Oh, okay.
So I'm stoked for that. We'll see if it actually happens. Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball S, I'm sure will do the same thing. They're very classic of getting right up to that episode where the tournament's going to happen, and maybe you even get like halfway through a battle, but somebody shows up and just ruins the whole thing.
Yep.
And you never actually get to see him fight. So we'll see if it actually happens. But I think I'm going to dive back in and check it out again.
Oh, that part of it was my favorite part of the Buu Saga, which is one of my favorite parts of any. Is the whole, because I mean it was Vegeta that showed up.
Yeah.
And stopped it.
Well, and then you finally get that fight at the end, right?
Yeah.
After that, they do throw down, and that is
they do.
a money part of Dragon Ball Z. As much garbage as there is in the Buu Saga, that part's gold.
Yes.
I love that, and I even like the whole, Majin Vegeta sacrificing himself and like acknowledging Goku's strength, and like he kind of. All that stuff's pretty good. He quickly reverts back to being a dick, but he has that slight moment there.
Yeah. There's good in you. I felt it.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So that's kind of my nerd topics for the episode.
Totally.
We are watching the Kuro Makuro
Yes.
Season 2 on Netflix. I'm a pretty good chunk of the way in.
I finished it.
Oh, nice. I was going to say, I think I'm only a few episodes away.
Yep. I think I finished it when you announced you were on like episode 3.
Oh,
I was like,
nice.
oh, okay.
Did you finish it that quickly because you really liked it, or did you finish it that quickly because that's what you're watching?
A little bit of both. Initially, it was because I really, really liked it.
Yeah, it
And then-
kind of does that to me too.
Then about 2/3 of the way through, I was kind of like, I just need to finish this.
Yeah. Well, and I put it as a note down here because I wanted to look back and see what we actually gave the first one. I didn't remember giving it a super high score, which I didn't. I gave it a 6,
Yeah.
which is better than okay. And you gave it a 7 though, so you're a
Yeah.
little bit bigger fan. And that was the episode we had Zeb on, and we had the Journey episode.
Yep.
And which one of my favorite ones. He gave it a 5, but
Yeah.
he still said he'd watch season 2.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. A little
Maybe we
comparison.
should get him to Skype in and talk about this one then.
Let's talk about this one. Yeah, tell him. Hey, remember that show you really liked?
Yeah.
I got to set it for you to be on our cast.
Yep.
Watch another 12 episodes of that.
Well, he said he would.
Yeah, it's true. He did. So I don't know how I feel about it. I did the same thing, I think, where I started it and again it hits you right in the face.
Dude, it
with
did.
Some super
It started
action.
out great. Good action. Good story for it.
Yeah, and
Then
I
drama.
feel it petering off and super drama coming. It's so Inuyasha.
Yes.
It really makes me feel
I wonder,
like I'm watching
I wonder what, I have
Inuyasha.
to look up what studios it was and stuff and check it out. Might be the same studios.
Yeah, it's. I have this like there's some nostalgia with Inuyasha, so I give it some pass on some stuff, and I like his character again. I like that he's kind of got some Vegeta in him, right? He's kind of a dick, and this guy is too, but I don't know if I need 2 Inuyashas. Is kind of where I'm starting to feel about it. But I'm gonna finish it out. We'll review it in a couple episodes. So give me another week or 2 here to wrap it up. If I get it done early, we'll just review it.
All right.
Fire
Sounds
up another
good.
one. I'm cool with it, right?
Yeah.
Get on to some more anime.
Yes.
So you know what, Jeremiah?
Wicca Wicca.
Wicca.
Beer wrap up.
Beer wrap up. Let's do it. I actually have some beer left.
I do too.
So talk about it for a minute
Talk about it.
so I can drink some beer.
It's really good. It's maintains its flavor through the whole deal. The whole cast,
Yeah.
which we are 54 minutes into so far. Maintains its flavor. The profile hardly changes at all.
Yeah.
I
Really
mean,
not bad at
it
all.
still hits you with the coffee right away. Settles into this nice hop flavor, and then bam, right back to coffee. The only thing that changes when it warms up is the hops seem to come back and just settle in
little
with
bit,
it at the end. Yeah, kind of
But
just
even-
commingles and
Yeah.
yeah, I know it's pretty darn good. Sweetness comes up just slightly, but not much. It's
No.
still a really nice crisp.
I almost think it
Clean beer.
has, as it warmed up, it almost has a little bit more of that kind of, a little bit of the candy taste. A little bit of the kind of caramely candy coming out in
A
there.
little bit, but
Oh, you got to double check now.
mm-hmm.
A little bit? No? Maybe not.
Yeah, a little bit, but you're definitely getting the more of the hops showing through.
Yeah. I'm a huge fan. I thank you, Jeff, for hooking us
Yeah,
up with
exactly.
this.
Thank you very much, Jeff.
I'm really pleasantly surprised by it. I've had another, only a couple. Like I said, only a couple of IPAs that had the coffee. One was an espresso one, which was way more hoppy than this. It didn't have nearly as much of the coffee tones. And I can't remember what the other one was, but they were, nothing compared to this.
Well, very few of the coffee beers, less, of course, porters and stouts,
Yeah.
have I liked. In fact, I can't think of a single one that I have,
Other than a porter or a stout,
other than a porter or stout.
which I think cater to kind of that coffee.
Well, they got so much of the coffee flavors going already.
Yeah.
So all you're doing is just using the coffee to enhance those, I think. But this one, and we're going to have to source that Georgetown one and try that Georgetown one. Just let you try it.
All right.
Because I was pleasantly surprised with it. I got a flight. It was a 4-taster flight, Georgetown beers. And out of the 4 that was there, that was the only one I liked, which is unfortunate because I love Georgetown. The stuff that I've had before.
Yeah.
I love from Georgetown. I didn't like any of these ones, though.
Huh.
But they were all big, heavy beers, which we've already established. I'm not really that big of a big, heavy beer guy.
Yeah, it has to be the right scenario for
Yeah.
sure. And
So,
they're not. I like beers like that are a little heavier and richer and stuff, but I
Which-
don't want to sit there and I don't want to get too buzzed on it.
well, which that said, though, that was only 5.4% or something like that.
Oh,
So, yeah, it was the lighter, crispier, whatever, but the coffee was just really well put in it. And this is like every bit of as good as that. And the hop profile is there. I mean, it's good. and the other one doesn't have that. So
Yeah, no, it's really rich and like heavy with flavor, but not heavy in your mouth at all. It's really smooth and crisp still. It's banging on all cylinders. I really like this beer a lot.
yeah, as it warms up the coffee and the hop spikes that do linger a little bit.
Yeah,
but not bad.
No,
not bad at all.
So
you aren't regretting it.
No, not at all. No, it's worth it.
Yes.
Yeah. Man, this one's gonna get a pretty high score from me.
Think so?
I think so.
So what are you thinking?
Man, I'm just gonna do it. I'm giving it an 8. I think it's great.
I'm giving it a 7.
Wow.
Simply from the fact that I can think of about half a dozen regular IPAs that I would drink before this.
Oh, see, I'm giving it an 8 instead because I lingered there. I almost went 7.5, and then I thought, no, I'm going 8 because I love how unique it is.
Yes,
I like that. So for me, that bumps
it's totally in there where it's yes, I would buy this and have this as a treat.
Yeah,
but I'm not going to buy this to keep in my fridge as I really want a good IPA.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go grab that. No, I'm gonna go grab another IPA that's a strong crisp. I'm an IPA.
Yeah. No, it's not I think this is the perfect amount. I don't think that you need to drink a whole more than a 22.
Oh well, yeah, no, but what I'm just saying though is about the what I would have. So
yeah, this like I think this would be a great GTA Tuesday beer.
Oh yeah, I
would totally open this. I mean, you're gonna have a pretty good. I got a buzz going. You'd have a pretty good buzz as you went into your GTA Tuesday. And then if you want to drink, I wouldn't open another one after that. I'd open a different lighter IPA.
I got a couple of gozes or sours that I'm going to be doing for this next GTA Tuesday, all lined up, ready to go.
Nice. I like that you already got your beer ahead of time. I like it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Something a little tart and sour.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. I like that
keep me on edge when I'm.
Yeah, I like that we all sit down and have our beers all ready to go. GTA Tuesdays are great. I love them. For as much as I complain about them and get sick of them, I really do look forward to them.
That's something that Walter and I actually just sat and talked about because we got on early. I think we were on 3:30 and just running around town, doing whatever, showing off each other's cars and whatnot. Well, Walter was showing off his cars.
Yeah, and, a wolf.
Yeah, and it's like, look at my hypercar. Look at this hypercar. I like this hypercar. Yeah. I'm not buying hypercars. I totally love my Karen.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, I keep going back to it. I've got the Skyline, whatever it is.
Yeah.
The
LG Custom.
Yeah, the LG Retro Custom.
Yeah.
I love that car. It doesn't have the acceleration that the Karen has, but it has a higher top speed.
Yeah, and it handles amazing.
It handles really well, but once you learn how the Sultan RS handles, I think it's just as good. I love that Sultan RS, man.
Yeah, I got that one. I tricked it out. Totally did the initial D look, right? Because you had to. And then I can't. Did I go season 1 or 2? I went Black Hood.
No, see, I did the initial D on a Fudo.
Oh, that's what I thought you were talking about. Excuse me.
The Karen Fudo. No.
You were talking about the Sultan.
Yeah, the Sultan.
Yeah.
The 4-door the 4-door that goes 2-door.
Yeah. I own both of those.
So do I.
Yeah, because they're worth owning. The Sultan is a super sweet car.
Dude, I think it's one of the best 4-door cars. It really is.
Oh, hands down.
And then
handling, I thought you were talking about that Fudo the whole time.
No, the Fudo handles like ass.
It does, but it's so much fun.
But I love that car. You can drift
That's why I thought we were talking about it.
As long as you never let off the throttle, you can drift it anywhere you want to go.
Yeah.
And the wheels are burning the entire time.
Yes. No, I'm a big fan of that one. I'm actually just a big fan of the Karen cars in general.
Yeah.
I think they're done pretty well in the game. They're nice. They're good at either. The Sultan is such a sweet balance.
I'm still trying to
figure
out
sweet spot, but the rest are so extreme.
Who Karen is, because I mean, you've got the Karen that is totally a Subaru.
Yeah.
And you've got the Karen that's totally a Toyota.
Yeah.
It's like
I think they're the cliche.
Yeah.
That's the Karen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No, they're pretty good. Yeah. But so speaking of GTA Tuesday.
Yeah.
Join us. GTA Tuesday. Come play with us. You can friend me, ultraradnes with 1S on PlayStation 4. We'd love to have you on. There's only one rule. You can be a dick, but just don't be a dick.
Yeah.
The point of the game is to be a dick, to be an ass.
Yes.
So you can be an ass, just don't be a dick. But please, do come play with us.
Yeah. You can friend
And
me as
bring
well.
your favorite beer. We'd love to hear what beer you're drinking.
Absolutely.
So,
Or whatever.
yeah. If you give me a heads up, I will even make an effort to go get the beer and drink it with you. How's that?
Totally. I agree.
I will bro down and drink a beer with you.
I will let you know how much I love it or hate it.
Yes, yeah. We will be brutally honest.
Yes.
And as always, you can go to nerdbuzzed.com where you can listen to any episode of Nerdbuzzed 100% free, as opposed to
Any other percentage of free.
right. And follow us on Twitter at Nerdbuzzed. Yes. And follow us on
cracks me up every
Facebook. Really, please give us a like. Let us know any nerdy thing you'd like us to talk about. Give us some feedback on the show. It really does help motivate us and keep us going.
We are having fun here. We are having fun. We hope you're having fun, and it lets us know that you're having fun if you like it.
That's right. It keeps our nerd flames burning high.
It does.
So, on that note,
to all the nerds,
through all the fuzz,
bottoms up.
let's get nerd buzzed. Wow, you took that to Pound Town. That is a one-way ticket.
It is.
No coming back from Pound Town.